Last week, Anthony Joshua put on a masterclass against Francis Ngannou, and in this video, I'm going to break down how he did it. So the fight begins. AJ already throwing a jab to the body, and although that doesn't seem significant right now, this actually foreshadows the rest of the fight, and I'll explain why later. You can see Ngannou is biting on every feint from AJ, and he's still making that same mistake of bringing his rear arm down to parry the body jab. I talked about this in his last fight with Fury, and I hoped that he would have fixed this, because when AJ capitalizes on that, it's going to be a lot more deadly than when Fury did so. Talking of Ngannou's fight with Fury, if you haven't seen my previous video breaking down their fight, check it out after this video. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. AJ is just so quick. You can see Ngannou is trying to get to him with that lead hook, and even just from the first few seconds of the fight, we can already tell that the lead hook is going to be Ngannou's key weapon in this fight. You can see Ngannou is over-reliant on that lead hook. Again, I talked about this in my previous video when he fought Fury. If he keeps throwing that hook, then he will be less likely to land it and more likely to get countered, especially since he's throwing a wide hook every time. It leaves a big gap for AJ to come in with a right hand. Slick body jab from AJ. But Ngannou comes back with one of his own. Another issue for Ngannou is that when he throws, his other hand moves away from his face. This is a common mistake with newer boxers. You see how AJ parries compared to Ngannou. He only slightly moves his hand, as that is all you need to stop a punch in its tracks. And that way, he isn't overexposed when he bites on feints like he did here. Ooh, Ngannou catches AJ with an overhand right. That was a good shot. A bit wild, but in a fight like this, Ngannou has to fight unorthodox if he wants to win. He switches southpaw now. You can see AJ already has his lead foot on the outside of Ngannou's, which is the #1 thing you're taught when fighting a southpaw. Of course, he's got tons of experience having fought Usyk and Wallen within the past few years. Oh damn, what a right hand. Straight down the pipe. Let's slow this down. So AJ has his lead foot on the outside of Ngannou's, as we spoke about earlier. This brings his right arm in direct line to Ngannou's face. Ngannou then brings his lead arm down when AJ throws, which I think is because Ngannou thought that AJ would throw to the body instead of the head. But this is why I was so worried for him in his last fight, because he kept bringing either his lead or his rear arm down all the way. And Fury did capitalize on that. But the thing is, AJ has a lot more power than Fury. So although Ngannou could get away with it with Fury, I knew it would be a bigger challenge against AJ. He paid the price here. What a right hand from AJ though. I mean, credit to Ngannou for getting up. It seems like that was more of a flash knockdown, but nevertheless, it doesn't look good. Oh, I think AJ tried to get Ngannou with another right hand, but he countered him. The problem is AJ is taking the lead. He's making Ngannou fight on all of his feints. If Ngannou feinted more himself, then it would make it a lot easier for him to hit AJ. Alright, round 2. The thing is, if Ngannou went to throw a straight right hand instead of a hook, he would more than likely catch AJ, especially since AJ is so accustomed to Ngannou reacting to those jabs with a hook. But I have noticed that Ngannou doesn't really like to throw that right hand. Oh, that was a good shot from Ngannou. Oh, what a slip counter. That was clean from AJ. I think that just misses. Oh, what an overhand right. That was extremely well timed from AJ. As Ngannou was coming in, AJ throws a mean overhand right and then throws a hook to finish him off. Wow, that one definitely affected Ngannou. Oh shit. God, that was a nasty right hand. This just shows that there are levels to this game. And even though we all were under the delusion that Ngannou would win, deep down we all knew who the real victor would be. But that sliver of hope from Ngannou beating Tyson Fury, because he did beat Tyson Fury, was still there. Honestly, I thought Ngannou would be a lot better in this fight. He was better, but not as improved as I thought he would be. It makes Tyson Fury's performance look even worse. And this changes everything in terms of the rankings of the heavyweights. If you do want me to make a video on my personal rankings of the current heavyweights, let me know in the comments down below. That feels like an interesting one to do, especially after what's happened here. I think what's next for Ngannou is the fight with Deontay Wilder. That is the fight that people wanted to see right at the beginning before Tyson Fury. But now more than ever, both having come off a loss, Deontay Wilder having probably the worst technique out of the heavyweights, or the top heavyweights at least, so being the most manageable for Ngannou. Obviously there's a power, but these two men are the two hardest hitting punchers of this era, so a fight between them two would be ecstatic. As for AJ, I think he should fight Fury next. Whatever happens between him and Usyk in their fight in April, May, whenever it is, I don't want him to fight Usyk yet. He's already fought Usyk twice, and although I would like to see him in the ring again with Usyk at some point, I think now's not the right time. I believe that he needs more time with Ben Davidson, which is his coach, so that he can really be on his A game and potentially beat Usyk. We'll see. Let me know what you thought of this fight in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.